Okay, so if anyone can create a block on a blockchain, then how do you know if a transaction saying 100 bitcoins from person A account to person B's account was actually intended to be created by person A or not? Was it actually created by person A or not? What if it was created by person B himself without even the knowing of person A? How do you check its integrity? How do you check the authenticity of the transaction which happened on that block? This is what we are gonna dive into in this video. So let the journey begin. Okay, to check the authenticity of the transaction created on a blockchain, we got to use a public says private key. So a private key is just like a password for your blockchain account. You must store it only to yourself. You must not tell this to anyone, and it should be as hard as possible. Like you can also write 1 2 3, but this is a really common password or a really common private key, so anyone can just look through this data and can check your. So we will choose a random key. Okay, so for this random private key you will be given a public key. This public key can, you can say, it is just like a hash for this private key and changes as soon as you change the private key, and you can get back the public key from the private key, but not the other way around. Okay, so you must keep this private key only to yourself, and you must tell this public key to anyone whom you want to, and to everyone who want to make transaction to you. Suppose I am person A, and I want to send 100 bitcoins to person B. Then how can I make sure that everyone knows person A actually wants to send 10 bitcoins to person B and there is no one else who is trying to do so? So this is where the signing of our transaction of our data is really useful. So here we just write a message or our transaction. Let us say 10 Bitcoin from A to B, and since the person sending is A, so this is the one who will be putting his private key. I am person A and I want to send 10 bitcoins to person B, so I will have to put my private key out here which only I know, and then I will have to sign it. Okay, so here we get the message signature. This is the message. Okay, that I want to send 10 bitcoin from person A to person B. This is the public key of person A because he is sending the data, and this is the whole signature thing. Now let us verify it, and this is verified. Okay, so anyone can check if it was created by me by using my public key, but only and only I can sign it with my private key because only I have this private specific key, and in order to generate this signature this private key is required. So now let us see how actually the transaction on blockchain, Bitcoin blockchain, actually looks like. So yeah, this is a basic Bitcoin blockchain. This is the message that this is a transaction that I want to send $20 from this is my public key to this public key. Okay, because this data will be shown everywhere, the one at the upper side, and this is my private key, and I'm gonna sign it with my private key. Only I have my private key. Even if someone got on this block and wanted to tamper it, unless and until he has my private key, he just cannot sign this message, and hence the block will be invalid. So yeah, this is my message signature. Now if anyone on the whole blockchain wanna check if that transaction was actually created by me, then all he has to do is just take the signature and just verify it against the public key on the from field, because that is the person who wanna send this all the bitcoins. Yeah, so he can easily verify it, and that's great. So let us take a basic look at the basic blockchain structure. So yeah, this is block number one, this is nonce, and this is block number 2, this is nonsense, this is, and these are the whole fucking transaction. So yeah, this is saying that $10 from this specific public key to this specific public key. The sequence is number 1, and this is the signature, right? Now even if we tampered it, okay, tampered it with 2, and even if we remine it, okay, we are gonna get back okay hash. The hash is gonna be correct, right? The hash is correct here, but the signature is not valid. And even if you got to get into this block, you have access to 51% of all the blocks on the whole blockchain network. Still, you cannot change this transaction or create a invalid transaction until and unless you know my private key, which is the private key of this public key. So yeah, that's it. That is how our lovely blockchain maintains the authenticity of our block which are created, or the transaction which are stored in our block. So yeah, this is how public and private keys are really useful. So in case of a bank account, if you wanna open a new bank account, then it is gonna take at least 1 day or more, right? But in our blockchain, if you wanna create a new account, a new blockchain account, then all you have to do is just enter a new private key. Let us say something random, and now you got a new public key which is just different from your old public key, and thus creating a new public address for your all the bitcoins you have. Thus it it instantly creates a new blockchain account for you to transfer your new amount of bitcoins or new data too. So yeah, this makes the process really easy.